So we should go. Oh, and it looks like Whitlicker have got a new flavour coming out. I have found absolutely nothing about its release, but on the wholesale sites, it's coming out as harder, as in passion. So I'm guessing it's passion fruit. Wait, you've got your own fart, Mike? Have you gone that posh? How's the interface good? You got it? Yeah, you bought the... Right. Excellent. Well, I managed to boob and possibly made a career-changing decision this afternoon. It's chewed out the fucking head of...
I'll do that. Hey, good evening, and welcome and hello to another edition of the Home Service Live. Yes, it's us too.
Yes.
Say hello to everyone while I just sort this out. Having technical problems.
Hello, peeps.
Please tell us that you can hear us, just to make sure, because everything seemed to have gone a bit weird. Went beep boo. Yes, everything has gone weird. Even you've gone weird.
Why have I gone weird?
Because the screen's gone weird. I don't know why.
Coming through all right.
Now that's on full bore.
Less of that, young Mr. Richards. Spank you.
That's right. Where's that? Oh, we've gone small for some reason. I don't know why.
That's what she said. Sounds a bit echo. Bill, thank you. Bit echoey. It's bizarre.
He says.
Anybody can hear that Vespa farting in the background. We know the audio's all right. Coming through loud and clear, Rubber Duck. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you.
It's not
We
that
will get there, don't worry. That's better.
Excellent.
We're getting there slowly but surely.
Yes, we will.
I'm having serious problems tonight.
Mr. Smith, that's a very brave cop. Oh, we've gone headless.
Who's gonna? No, it's everything's cocked up. I don't know why.
Now we're back.
That's why. There you go. Right, just to let you know that on the actual OBS system that we use to do our live show, we have different screens like that, and I was on the 3-man screen instead of the 2-man screen. We should be all right now.
We should. I do like past his comment. Give him a minute, people. He is new at this.
I'm pretty new, yeah. Yeah, we're looking all right there. Oh, thank God for that. Now I know what we're up.
Less of the old men, thank you.
Oh, I'm quite happy being old. Just want to make sure that everything's there. Also, yeah, that's all there. And that's there. Cool. We're all good. We are rocking and rolling. Good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Home Service Live with us two. Hello. We ain't got a clue what we're going to talk about, so we're hoping you are going to ask us some questions. Don't forget, we've got the Johnny's Juice draw giveaway tonight. And not only can one person win it, no, we're doing two. The reason for that is that it will be the last of the lemon lime sherbet. The new sherbet's coming out. I do believe it's either launching tomorrow in the US, and I think we're next week. I'm not 100% sure on that, but do check out Project Vape's Facebook page, the Johnny's Juice Facebook page as well, and obviously all details coming out. So the new giveaway will be the raspberry sherbet starting next week.
Oh, partial to a bit of raspberry.
I love a raspberry. I do, really do. I like a raspberry. So by all accounts, it's a really creamy dessert raspberry sherbet.
Oh, creamy one.
Creamy one, yes. And I do believe that the show will be sent some to sample live.
Excellent. That'll be good. We'll have to clean some out. Get prepped.
Yeah.
Right, well, seeing as we're here, I shall say hello to the participants because there's lots of them. Mr. Stone, good evening, sir. BCV, glad to see things are going okay, dude. Bill Richards, good evening, you saucy fellow. Billy Lee Rice, good evening and huggles. Kaz,
was it? Hang on, I mean, I'm sure it was Billy Lee's birthday the other day.
Oh, Billy, was it your birthday?
I'm sure it was, and if it was, extra huggles for your birthday.
Extra huggles are always for the birthday. Dawn W, good evening. And thank you. Slight hiccup on the audio side before we start.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, my
Be
fault.
all right.
I've got big shoulders.
Good evening.
Whatever you're doing with your audio, dude, you've got a gate on it.
What?
Because
You
it's
must have shouted.
cutting you out. Oh, I've got a phone call. This show's going well tonight.
It's up. Jason Khan, good evening, sir. I hope things are well over at Zeus. John Vaping Joker, good evening, sir. Dude. Mr. Smith, good evening. Hiya, Kev. Mark H, EVL, good evening, my handsome devil. Martin Saunders, good evening, sir. Good evening to you. And Matt Chandler, the troll. The troll is with us. Darling Huggles. Neil Pitts, good evening, dude. Paul Doling. Dude. Some geezer called SoulOhm. The ever luscious, vivacious, and just oh so naughty bunny. Good evening. Huggles. Hong Kong. Vaping Pasty, good evening, Dawn.
Fist bump.
Balls. And last but by no means least, Mr. Dobson. Sir William of Dobson, good evening, sir. And have we got anybody else snuck in my back door while I was gobbing?
Neil Pitts.
Neil Pitts, we did. Pasty, we did. Fee's been done.
Christopher. Did we do
25th.
Christopher?
No,
Fist
no
bump?
way you're that age. No.
What?
No.
What?
Don't believe it.
What?
The lady gave out her age, but I think she's added a bit.
I've missed it.
It was the 25th and she's 37 now.
Never.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, all right.
Matt Chandler, how's you, dude? Hope you and yours are all well. Bless you. 19. Billy Dumb, because I was 16 in that year. I feel old.
No, you. Oh, you're only just 16.
I was 16 in that year.
Only just.
Yeah.
Your birthday's in December.
Yeah, well, it's a bit bloody difficult for me to do lots of 16 in that year, isn't it?
I was 15. God.
Bill was 22.
God, I was 15 when you were born. Oh.
That was a good year for music as well.
86 and 87 what?
Mark H feels old. Yes, I think we ought not to do this. That way lies depression.
Oh, Bunny, we're only 12.
No, we're all old gits. Yes, we are.
So there you go, me and Fiat, same age.
Right. Pasty was 21. Mr. Khan was 11. See, good years to grow up that, though, with the music and everything.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, when someone turns around to you and say, yeah, you know, but it were about 30 years ago. Well, when someone says that, I actually think, you know, late 70s, early 80s, when they say 30 years ago, not 1990s.
Woods, good evening. Oh, big 50 next Tuesday.
Ooh.
Oh, just in case, mate, happy birthday. Hope you have a bloody good one. And I hope they're going to spoil you rotten, mate.
Yeah. And Martin was 38 on Saturday. Fist bump.
Dude. Mr. Saunders, happy birthday.
Yes.
Mr. Dobson, huggles. He does need hugs, he said. I feel, love my house fee. I wish I'm the big 50 in November. Yes, aging like fine wine, Bunny. Fine Fabulous. Dear God, it sounds like I'm setting up my own chat line.
Yeah. That wasn't creepy at all.
A minute. I'll do it again. Paul, good evening.
Paul's 60 in September.
I find that hard to believe, Bunny.
I've got to admit, though, it is nice to find out what our age group is, isn't it?
It is. I think Billy may possibly be one of the younger ones in chat.
Bill, you're 59. Never.
Yeah.
I would have never put you there, kid. I would have swore you were about our age.
Mind looking at the state of us too.
Well, yeah. Not exactly a compliment there, Mr. Mark, there. No.
Faxi, I did do it, darling, but safe.
Safe, Faxi.
EFG's very creepy on PMS. Am I on PMS? I'm not on PMS.
What's PMS? Private messaging service.
Possibly.
And I know the other one is Piss Myself Laughing in It.
Mr. Chandler is 51 this year, so he's still younger than me.
He's still a baby. We can say that.
A mere Ben.
Yes.
So, I know most of you were in last week for Mike's visit. A little bit of Wicklicker news that I spotted whilst I was perusing the web, as was my wont. There appears to be a new flavour coming out.
What is it?
But this is the thing. I can't find it. I've got the name, Arda. But other than that, I cannot find a flavour profile anywhere.
Not easy to know what it is, though. It's a bit harder.
Well, I'm guessing...
Jane!
Jane,
I've got a bottle in my hand.
Well, Arda's passion, isn't it? So I'm guessing it's something to do with passion fruit. Or a tropical, which would be nice.
Or a passion fruit.
Yeah, straight passion fruit. That's a bit of a Marmite flavour.
Well, it might be passion fruit and something else.
Yeah.
With guava.
Guava.
I don't know, I just like the sound of that. I can't help it. I don't know about you, but I've got a thing for words. And there's some words. And a word I absolutely adore. Papoose.
Papoose. Papoose, you say?
It's a lovely word, that. Papoose.
I must admit, it is. But I love the onomatopoeic words, the ones that sound like they are.
Like?
Good question.
Example?
Desperately. Mind went blank as soon as you...
You knew as soon as you opened your mouth there that you're not going to remember any of them.
You swine.
But I do. I like words. Dominion. I think that's gorgeous as well. Getting a bit close there, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Oh, yeah.
Here we are. Onomatopoeia examples. Words that sound like sounds. Thud, crash, bang, buzz are all examples of onomatopoeic words.
Nick's already told you. Like
Thank you,
bang.
Mick.
Slurp.
That's what she said.
I like that one. Slurp.
Slurp. That's a good one. Fart. Indeed. Fart.
I know I'm sad, but it's just I like words.
So come on then. A favourite word in chat. Everybody's got a favourite word. The word
Cicero, fist bump.
Cicero, dude. I know the word moist causes division. Some
Yeah,
people
moist.
don't like
Yeah, some people get really upset with that word.
They do.
I like wallop. Yeah, wallop's a good one. Okay,
Thanks,
Mr.
Bill.
Dobson. Yes, we're really going to be doing that.
Oh,
A
I say.
squirter.
Free. Yes,
Yeah,
Mick, I'm
a lot of
always...
people like that word, free. Trollop. I like that one. Another one I like is tribe.
Tribe.
Yeah, you tribe. That's like
Don't
swearing
think I've
without
heard.
swearing.
Well, it is. I don't think. Easy, Hanky. Easy. That's my good lady. Splendiferous, indeed. A word that is not used enough, as is fabulous. Fabulous is a wonderful word.
Yeah, fabulous is a nice word.
Has a nice mouthfeel to it. One enjoys a plethora of English words, especially many of the descriptors and verbiage. Oh, I like denouement. Oh, mine is hunt.
Kelly Bob's goggles.
Gailey!
I just
I
like...
want to know what Billy's two rude ones are.
What, Billy's got two rude ones?
Apparently Billy's words sound rude.
Okay.
Both of my words come across rude. That's what she said. Fluctuating, Jason, that's a good one.
Yeah, fluctuating.
Plop.
Now, why is that a word that makes you laugh?
But
Plop.
it is. Plop.
Hello, Mr. Wood or Miss Wood.
I don't know about coming across as rude. The second one definitely is, Billy. Bless you. Bob.
Bob.
Bob's a good one.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, that wouldn't be as funny if it was from Blackadder. Bob.
It's the same as plop, because it was ploppy, wasn't it? Epididymis. How the hell am I supposed to say that?
Epididymis. I don't even know what that means. Randy, yeah.
In the US is far different in the UK. Remember the Yank commercial? I'm Randy and I have what? Mesothelioma.
That don't sound good.
That sounds horrible. Felching. I'll shut up now. Thank you, Mark. Oh, Paul. That's fabulous. Spladoosh.
Spladoosh.
Oh, that's a luxurious one. You can enjoy that. My favourite is Wommel. Wommel.
I know
That's
Wombles. Not Womble.
Flabber. That's my midriff.
I mean, we're writing all these down because we're going to be brilliant at Scrabble.
Oh, God, we are. A triple world with gobbledygook, Camilla.
Yeah.
Yes, onomatopoeia, Gailey. That's what got us started. I do love a good onomatopoeic word. Flob. As in flob it over the fence. Yes, that's fabulous.
And Lob.
Same thing. Wibble.
Wibble.
Wibble. Apparently, Wommel is black country for dog.
All right.
My Ginnel.
Well,
There's-
yeah, Ginnel, Jannel,
Yeah,
same thing.
flob it.
You got to flub it out.
My midriff does that without me trying. Explain what onomatopoeia is. Onomatopoeia is when the word sounds like what it is. So bang, thud, crash.
Zan says his favourite is Bobag.
Bobag.
You Bobag.
Nothing wrong with that. Austrian gentleman has arrived. Evening, Marcus.
Good evening, Marcus.
I agree with Zan. Apparently, Bunny likes a ball bag.
Yeah.
I thought
Why not?
Zan's fave was squirrel. Bellend is a good one. I say, bunny.
Are we all trying to get swear words in here?
I believe so.
See how far we could get away with putting swear words in chat.
Cockwomble. That's one of my favourites. Meatus. Body parts. Where's the meatus then? Sounds
Oh,
like
did
Where's
you
the
hear
Beef.
about that? I never saw it. We're on Channel 4.
What's that?
The meat trade.
No, I missed that.
Yeah, by all accounts, people are selling bits of flesh.
Oh, I say.
Yeah, I know. I thought, blooming heck, they've been watching too much Hellraiser.
Apparently, the meatus is the urinary meatus, also known as the external urethral orifice, and it's the opening of the urethra. That's not onomatopoeia. That's just the biggest dickus. Yes, wing nut.
Yeah, I can't beat a bit of a wing nut.
I say.
Can't beat a nice bit of wing nut.
The
Sorry,
program
I do
was a spook.
apologise.
Clart head.
Clark
meant to be
head.
Clart. Yes. I'm guessing somewhere as in the same region as Clarty Bartfast.
Right, that programme was a spoof. I only heard about it. I never saw it.
Here we are, Clart, meaning. Ah,
Have you heard about it?
no, I'd not even heard anything.
Yeah. So it was a spoof. Right.
Apparently, Clart is a Scottish term, or Northern English, meaning sticky mud or filth. So if it's clarty, it's mucky. Oh, Gailey, take care, darling. Have a lovely evening.
Uggles to you both.
Balls and Zan.
So right, are we going to talk about something here properly?
Yes, I think we should. Have you been watching the latest offering from Marvel on Disney Plus?
No, I've waited until the last episode, which has now been released, and now I'm going to be watching all of them over the weekend with
Well, that's
Mr.
just
Patch.
ups this conversation then.
Is it any good?
Hmm?
Is it any good?
If you haven't read the comic, yeah. It's basically an extension of Captain Marvel film.
Well, since we can't talk about that exact offering, have you heard about The Witcher?
Yes.
They're getting rid of the main character and getting somebody else to play him.
No, Henry Cavill quit because he didn't like the way the series was going. He's a massive gamer. Hugely invested in the game. There was a number of arguments on the production team, and he decided he didn't want to do it anymore. So there's no way you could have anybody else playing that character, so they've had to change the character.
So are they going to change it from him, his in the obviously in the TV series? Are they changing Witcher? It's going to be just a totally new Witcher.
I believe so. Let me just pull up Dr. Google.
Oh, the boys are ace. Can't wait for the next series.
I love those. There we are.
By all accounts, Witcher became a woke farce. I've not watched. I've got to admit, I watched the first series, but I've not watched. I tried to start watching the second series, but Jan's. How can you put it? The best way of explaining it, she can hear quite clearly, but the way that they talk on The Witcher, it's very muted, the actual voices when they're talking, and the music seems to be near enough as loud as the actual voices. They seem like they've toned the voices down. So Jan struggles to follow it because she can't hear it properly. Have you noticed that?
I depends on what I've got it on, because if I've got it on Dolby, yeah. If I have it off Dolby and just on the normal, it's fine, because it seems to throw up the equalizer a bit more.
But I've noticed it with a lot of, especially American, either film or TV, they do mumble a lot. They don't speak clearly.
They don't enunciate. Where's Alan Rickman?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I've tried that, Bill, and I'm not convinced it actually kicks it in. Mine's got 3 settings: movie, music, or speech.
Mm.
And I don't know. I'm not convinced. I mean, like I say, Dawn and I were watching something, and we thought, "Bloody hell, this is muted." So I took it off Dolby, and the difference it made was ridiculous. Right.
Ooh,
So
we've got a question.
Oh, what's that? I never watched them.
Martin Saunders.
What's your opinion of bands that are blatant carbon copies of another legendary band? For example, Greta Von Fleet and Led Zeppelin, or Airborne and AC/DC. Right. I definitely don't see Greta Von Fleet as a Led Zeppelin off.
They've got,
they are very
when
similar
the first couple of albums had similar sound. I've got to admit, the vocals totally different. He's totally different from Robert Plant. Totally, absolutely, just nothing like him.
See, Airborne, I would go with that with the AC/DC, but the AC/DC sound is a very basic rock and roll sound.
Yeah, of course it is.
So if you play basic sort of rock and roll with a nod towards Chuck Berry and that.
But the thing is, though, with AC/DC, you've got to remember their rhythm section is unbreakable.
Oh, 100%.
That is one. It is so tight, their rhythm section.
Airborne, I do enjoy.
I mean, there's no wrong with a bit of that. But there's no AC/DC in my mind.
No, and I think we had tickets to go and see AC/DC live, because we thought Black Ice would possibly be the last sort of last live hurrah, and then obviously all the problem with Brian Johnson's hearing. And I must admit, when I found out Axl Rose was going to be filling in for him, we refunded the tickets.
See, the problem is we've also got to remember that people like AC/DC and the likes, even down to Guns N' Roses now, they are not 20-year-olds. They're in the 60s.
Yeah, but that means we're old, so therefore I don't accept it. I identify as a teenager.
I identify as a 19-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. I mean, the problem is, the likes of Motley Crue and that. Vince's voice it wasn't good when he was young. So it's bloody awful now.
Yeah. I mean, you can't keep it up. I've heard, that they're releasing another Beatles single.
Really?
Yeah. Because the technology is here now, especially with, I forget his, Peter Jackson. When they was doing the anthologies, there was one more song that they tried to recreate. It's basically John Lennon doing a demo tape. But there was that much hiss and background noise and that. They couldn't really use it because each anthology had a new Beatles single. You had Free Love, Free's a Bird. But on the third anthology, they didn't have one, but they was going to do this one. And because of Peter Jackson's clever software that he did for the Get Back, and he could use AI, and the AI could work out what was a voice, what was an instrument, and etc. And that's how he managed to get a lot of the audio from the Let It Be sessions onto the Get Back to make the Get Back documentary. Well, they've now done this AI with Peter Jackson for this track. So they've managed to actually isolate John Lennon's vocals, and they're recreating a song. Now, the interesting bit is they're using Paul McCartney's vocals. So they're going to be... Paul McCartney's going to sing, but with the AI, they're actually going to make his voice sound like he used to sing when he was in his 20s and 30s.
Bloody hell.
They can do that now.
That's scary stuff.
It
Now,
really is scary stuff.
First off, Stuart Valentine. Good evening, sir.
Fist bump.
And secondly, I just want to address Adam Stone. Got to give to Maiden, though. Still going strong. I
Yeah,
think
they're doing really well.
the trick with Maiden is Bruce doesn't try to sound like he used to,
No, he has aged, and he's aged gracefully.
but he sings as he's aged. You know, he doesn't try and reach the ball squeezers anymore. You know. Tell you what, having read his autobiography, what does this book do?
Got a lot of respect for that bloke.
Oh, too right. Like sound generators on Teslas, not my understanding in music. Fair enough, Marcus, but yeah, it's bringing the technology in, but it's to enhance something and give something to the fans. I can go with that.
Yeah, I can go with that. But by all accounts, they're using this now for sort of like live gigs and things like that, this AI.
Yeah, that's
yeah. But I mean, it's also, I mean, was it last week or the week before we were talking about it? Where you're getting a lot of bands now, you know, our rock bands that we love from our childhood and all that lot, that are still going on tour, they're using more backing tracks than they are anything else now. And it's getting to the point where vocals are backing tracks, which are basically your miming.
Yeah.
Which is a bit worrying because let's be right, you're paying X amount of poundage for tickets to watch someone mime?
See, that's what I loved about New Model Army. No miming there. Those boys were going for it and they were doing it live. Hiccups, farts, scratches, whatever. You heard everything. And it was brilliant.
It's honest music, and it does worry me about the future of this because it's getting to the point where you're not going to know if it's a real person or not. There's already been an single brought out.
There's AI, what do you call them on bloody Instagram? Where they get you to buy something. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Influencer. There's an AI influencer. They didn't reveal she was AI until she got a few thousand followers. Yeah. She looks real. She ain't.
It's getting scary, the AI bit. I've got to admit.
Well, I can see why the directors and that are up, and the actors are up in arms because you get a few decent photos of them and boom, you can stick them on the screen.
Well, it's like I was watching a program. You know how in Hollywood they're all on strike at the moment, all actors. Not so much the A-list actors we're on about here. We're on about sort of like the people in the background. And the contract is that they scan them, and that's it, they get one payment. But that image they can use over and over and over again. You know, for you people in the background and that lot.
Yeah, it's different. That's the difference between a mass-produced coil in China and a handmade coil.
Yeah. But that's why a lot of people are thinking, oh, it's just the A-lists that they're wanting more money and all that. No, it's not. It's about these people that sort of like, oh, yeah, extras. And what they're trying to do, because the technology is there now, all they need is a 3D scan of you, and that's it. You don't need you anymore because they've got your computer, so they can have you anywhere.
And they can tweak you. So if you're just a little bit pudgy, they can slim you off. If they need somebody fatter, bump. Rock stars are sweaty, smoky, loud folks crashing their guitars on the crowd's heads. AI music is good to listen in everyday life, but rock music lives from live experiences. 100% Marcus. Half the thing about going to a gig, for me, isn't about just the sound of the band. It's that feeling that you get there. It's unique. You're not going to get it anywhere else.
Yeah, but I mean, also, don't you think that AI music is going to kill the industry even more than it's already dying of death now?
Yeah, but I think that was the case when they started using sampling in hip hop.
No, I disagree with sampling. Sampling was just sampling.
Yeah, but it went much further than just the old school acid was sampling, and you had the vinyl on the deck, didn't you? And the DJ was mixing it through.
Yeah,
Then
but
you started getting,
the thing is though, sampling has been going on for a lot of years.
yeah,
It's only because technology's caught up. You go back to sampling, and instantly people like Art and Noise.
yeah, but they did something musical with the noises, didn't
Yeah,
they?
that's what I mean. So that kind of sampling is fine. But when you're getting a computer and all you're doing is typing in a criteria, and then it's producing out a pop song that sounds just like Katy Perry or whoever, and it goes in charts, and you think it's a real person, and it's not. It's not even a human being that's actually created that, and they're selling it off as someone that's created it.
All I'm going to say is Stock Aitken and Waterman.
Yeah, but at least they created. I don't agree with them, but they created it. They created the factory. They
Yeah.
wrote the songs. They wrote the lyrics. They did the music. Everything.
Mm.
Yeah. We're on about AI that you just type in a criteria
Oh yeah,
and that's it. They produce, and it's already been done because a friend of ours actually sent me some AI stuff. And basically, all he did was type in a blues track with some, and the computer recreated a blues track. It was scary. It wasn't perfect. You could hear the slight, that's not quite a human, but it's not far off it.
see, I have my. I'm not a technophobe by any shape or means, but I have my reservations about AI.
I'm not being
Yeah,
a technophobe at all, but when you take out the human element of music, why? What for?
mm,
You are taking the human element out of it.
yeah, I'd go with that.
If you do that, what's the point of music?
Well, this is it. It's supposed to be emotive. It's not supposed to be clinical. You know.
But if that's what they're going to be doing in the very near future, is just releasing track after track after track that an AI's created, and you can't tell the difference, that is scary for me.
I suppose it's a natural progression from streaming music. So instead of streaming known music, you literally just type it in, go, right, I fancy listening to some of this.
Hey?
Right. So, streaming service, you've got a massive list of music released by artists, human beings, yeah?
Yeah.
It's not a million miles away that with the AI, instead of having that massive list of pre existing music, you will subscribe to an AI service, type in the sort of music you want, you know, when the Saints go marching in, Louis Armstrong style vocals, but I want it in thrash metal style, and it'll pull it up for you.
I hope God that day never comes.
I can see it.
I mean, you take the human. I mean, it's like poetry. It's a human thing. But you can get AI that can do you a full sonnet. Is that classed as art?
It's very clever programming. It's not art.
I mean, all these portraits and paintings that the AI is doing, is that classed as art?
Yeah. Good evening. No, I don't think it is. And there's another darker side to that as well. Did you see the article about the Mets Child Protection Squad?
Yeah, they're really worried about it because they're doing AI for child
Yeah.
porn. Yeah.
And that's terrifying. That's interesting. We're talking about AI, and I'm getting pop-ups saying upgrade your wallpaper with AI wallpaper.
See, the thing
Facebook's
is, though,
listening.
if you haven't noticed, it's actually getting forced on us.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not old-fashioned by any means of the imagination, but honestly, AI does worry me.
Here's a possibility, though. AI politicians.
Well, if they're doing them deep fakes and that lot with
Yeah.
AI, God, you could have a national broadcast and blooming World War Three could blooming start.
Boris Johnson that knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I did know it were fake.
AI toilet paper. Does that go thicker or thinner, dependent on?
So, what do you guys think? Are you up? Do you think it's a good thing, AI, or a bad thing? Or do you think it should be? I mean, is artificial intelligence a good thing for certain things, but it needs to be kept away from other things, like we were saying, the arts?
See, Martin's just put the question, and it is the question. If it's not an actual child, is it really? You know, it is, according to an Australian judge who ruled that, and this is why it's worded in the legislation. There is a an offence of creating an image, and that's where they get the AI stuff in law.
Because by all accounts, you can't tell the difference. There
That's
was a
all
bit.
right.
It was on the BBC News, like.
Yeah, AI doctors basing medical opinions from Google. Me Auntie Noreen's been doing that for ages, mate. Being audio responsive ASD, I can spot AI use on phones or music quickly. See, this is the thing. There's always somebody that's going to spot it. Neurodiverse are far more likely. Kate can tell me when an image is fake like that.
Mm.
I don't know what it is about her perception, but my God.
You can
I think for
understand.
everybody it's scary, Matt. You know.
I mean, let's be right. I mean, we've grown up with blooming Terminator and all them lot of types of films. We've already done there. We've already war games and things like that. We've already watched them. We've already kind of predicted the future. But when you start thinking about it, I mean, I'm not on about a Terminator that's going to kill someone because of whatever and time travel. I'm getting back to the basics. How far do you allow AI to take over our lives?
What's going to come?
I mean, the way that it's going at the present moment, I genuinely am cautious, should we say?
A huge amount of the British economy is built on service industry. Service industry that's going to get hit hardest by AI. Because you don't need people answering the phone anymore. Yeah, so they use a voice trigger to take you to where you want. It's already happening. Now, did you read the article about the test AI that they ran?
No.
And basically, somebody asked it to protect humanity or protect the planet. Sorry, protect the planet. Yeah. Not expecting the answer it came up with.
Get rid of us.
Yep. And that was just a simulation. It was reported. I'm going to see if I can find it, actually. Genocidal AI, I think.
See, the thing is, though, I mean, we laugh and joke about saying about Terminator, but the basis of Terminator was that. Irrespective of the time travel bit, we'll not go into that, but basically the AI came aware of itself, and then they tried to turn everything off, and it thought, right, if you're going to try and turn me off, I'm going to nuke you all. And that's basis of what Terminator backstory was.
Explore. That's worrying. AI dominance, exploring the dark side of artificial intelligence. Now I've got visions of a computer with a ball gag.
Dave. Dave.
What are you doing, Dave? There's no way to police the rise of AI. There are many clever minds in the world. Restrictions are not 100%, Mick.
You can't restrict it because there's too many. What do you call it now? When you get free operating systems, programs, open source. There's about half a dozen open source that's come out of China for AI that you can manipulate yourself. So it's already out of control from government anyway. It's already in the everywhere domain, what you want to call it.
Mr. Saunders, I wish to go for a pint with you because that's the sort of conversation that I love. So Martin said because of his educational background, his master's is in genetics, and he's always asked the same question in his profession: when is it too far? I.e., replacing an embryo's DNA to pick eye colour.
Oh God, you're going into different designer babies.
Yeah. See, the thing is, if it is to rectify a genetic disorder, bang on, 100%. If we can do it and we can do it safely, then it should be done. However, there is a counter argument to that. Nature does not enjoy being prodded.
This
there
is
are
true.
unforeseen circumstances, consequences. So you might be changing a genetic disorder in the baby, but there's probably going to be kickback somewhere.
Oh, you always have to pay.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jurassic Park, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, with the AI is... With genetics, it's still got that human element in it. But when you start talking about AI, it's so like you are literally taking your hands off the wheel and letting them look after you.
Well,
because let's face it, AI now, if it ever comes self-aware,
we're screwed.
We are totally. And that's the point. If AI can rewrite an AI program that's better than its predecessor, are you with me? You could... That circle of evolution could happen.
Yeah, but that circle of evolution in the human race took millions of years. With AI, it wouldn't.
No, exactly.
Talking days, weeks, at worst a month. And you are so many steps away. There's a duck on Facebook. Dinosaurs, good evening. Sorry, I lost track of chat, so I'm trying to see.
Well, before you go any further, are we going to do the first of the draws?
Oh my lord, is it that time already?
Well, it's only 20 past, but I thought we'll do one then, and we'll do one in 10 minutes' time.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, right. I will stick the wheel of draw. Right. All your names are in there that's entered in on the Facebook page, so I'm going to draw.
Indeed. So, usual rules. You should have put your name in on the pinned post. Your name will be on the wheel. If you did, you will be receiving a...
Billy Lee Rice.
Excellent. Billy Lee. You get to try the lemon and lime.
There you go. There's the information. Tonight's keyword is a Bob, ironically. The winner needs to email the keyword, name and address, Nick Strength, either 3 or 6 mil, to the Home Service Live Show at gmail.com. So Billy,
Yep.
Congratulations.
She's just put, yay. Make sure you put the Bob into the email, Billy. Very important. No Bob, no prize.
There you go.
Congrats, Billy.
Yay, congratulations.
So, if you're saying congratulations to Billy and you've entered your name in the post, could be your turn next.
Yes.
Now, while we were doing that, Bill's just raised her gun. By God, we're getting cerebral this evening. if you think you alter a human's DNA for health reasons at the same time, they should be made infertile. Nature will always fight back with something worse. The Heisenberg principle by Frank Herbert. That's because we are our genetic strand is still evolving.
Yeah, of course it is.
So if you change something, who's to say it's not going to change into something nasty?
Yeah, but we already have changed it. We're living way longer than as bodies are designed to.
That explains all the snap and crackle noises when I get up in the morning.
But all you have to do is go back, 100 years, maybe a bit more, and we would be old men. But because of the healthcare that we've had over the years that we've been growing up and all that, and the way that we eat, the way that we've got sanitation, we've got fresh water and things like that, the way that we live, we're living a lot longer. I mean, obviously the population of the world is getting older.
This is the thing. It is. But actual age expectations are dropping. The bullshit we got from Westminster saying, yes, the reason we're putting the pensions up is because people are living longer. It's actually been dropping in the last 10 years. This resistance to antibiotics is going to start seriously changing that. And that is nature fighting back.
Yeah, of course.
You cannot shove a middle finger up at Ma Nature without her turning around.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is look in history. I mean, there's always been an epidemic of some sort.
Oh, yeah. Plague.
Black Death, obviously. You had...
Spanish flu.
Yeah. What was Spanish flu was one just before the First World War, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So throughout history, there's always been a something nasty you can catch.
Hold on. Oh, there you go. Watching Netflix, there was a program called Uncommon AA, and the AI was making super viruses worse than anthrax and learning to dogfight and jet fighters. That's weird. See, computerized warfare, you lose that moral aspect.
Of course you will. I mean, there was a film, I forget what it was, and there were just kids, and they were in a massive big room with computer, with two screens and all that lot, and all the gear and that lot. And they thought they were playing a game, and they weren't. They were actually fighting a real war.
And there's...
I can't think what film it is now.
Yeah, it's the one where they're going up against the alien life force, and they thought they were training.
Yeah, they just thought they were playing a game, and they weren't.
Which wipes out the world, yeah.
And that's going to happen. That will happen. Because let's face it, what's the perfect way to train someone? Half these gamers.
Ender's Game. Thank you, BCV.
Thank you. I mean, you think about it. What an army. I mean, you get these people that live on the blooming Xboxes and PlayStations. And they play, your Medal of Honors and things like that. How good they are. And then you put that in the real world. Scary shit.
Oh, Martin, there's a good one. There's lots of projects on designer antibiotics to combat resistance. Again, are we too clever for our own good? Yeah. Because viruses are wonderful things. They are little life forms, and they will find a way.
Oh, God, yeah.
That started to sound like Jeff Goldblum there. Last Starfighter, that was a bloody good film. Slightly off topic, but oh, yes.
Can't be Last Starfighter. I used to have the comic as well.
Oh, the film adaptation, was it Marvel? I believe it was.
I think it was.
Half of Modern Warfare is full with little short games consoles.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you think about these drones and all that lot. It's all done.
See, the bit that worries me on that one, again, the only thing that stops us from throwing bombs at each other is the fact that people die. So you turn it into robots, you turn it into computer programs.
It's the morality of it all changes.
Yeah, it does.
Because
Well-
let's face it, you're playing your PS or your Xbox and things like that, and you kill a load of people on that. Well, you don't feel guilty about it afterwards when you've finished.
I get points for it.
Yeah. So you imagine putting someone in that situation like the film. There's no moral. There's just no moral at all.
Well, to be honest, you know where the next big war is going to be fought? Ain't going to be physical. It'll be cyber.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's already going on that now anyway.
Oh, 100%. But because there's not people getting shot, it doesn't crop up. The perfect soldier. No such thing, Matt. I've known a few, bless them.
I've known a lot of them.
Yeah, it's a scary thing. I mean, even if you were sat at a desk, I don't think my mindset could deal with it. I couldn't ever fly a remote drone knowing that I was having a physical impact on somebody.
But what happens if you didn't know?
If I even had an inkling, I think my head would collapse.
But if you didn't know, I mean, for argument's sake, you set up a multi-game competition and you want the best gamers. There you go.
And then hook it up to a drone. Yeah. Asked the hospital if I could have a robotic leg that works with AI. Was told bug off, too expensive. Welcome to the NHS.
Yes.
I'm happy to serve. Chinese domination and not a bullet fired. 100%.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these days you could hold a country to ransom just by hacking the stock market. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, let's face it, we've been like that for the last 20 years. I mean, Donald Trump and his Russian friends.
Oh, here you go. In war, incidents of unwanted sexual acts from soldiers arise from man's inherent need to reproduce under threat.
Really?
A bunch of bastards. That's an interesting one. So we're doing something quite animalistic. Which part of the brain kicks in then? Because effectively you're protecting the tribe in your head, aren't you?
Yeah, of course you are.
Ooh. Many of those are flying them in warfare are gamers who only ever lived in the virtual world. Yeah, but I've got more. When I was 16, if I'd realised I had the skills then, I'd have stuck at it. Duke Nukem.
Yeah, but from the sky you don't see little blooming spaceships go up, do you? When you go pew, pew, when we were kids.
See, this is the thing though. We are the last generation that spans the analog and the digital world.
Yeah, of course we are.
So when we were younger, we were playing British Bulldog because there was bugger all else to do. And then along came Space Invaders, and that turned into Defender and then Galaxians, and it just got better and better. Now, I still game. I love my games. Me and Dawn will quite happily curl up on the sofa and blast away at anything that moves. The actual style of game that we enjoy seems to have changed slightly as we've got older, but we still enjoy it. CC, good evening.
Fist bump.
To kill or hurt someone face to face is easy to say and hard to do. 100%, Matt. 100%. I mean, I don't know about anybody else in chat, but I mean, round here there was always at least one in the pub that claimed to be ex-SAS but couldn't talk about it because it was all hush hush, and he got the
there's always one.
Forearm, Well, it's amazing the amount they can tell you without actually saying anything.
What worries me as well, especially more so on the AI than anything else, is how much are they going to let AI, or how much, or should I say, how much responsibility are they going to hand over to AI? Right, I'll give you an example. Right, at the present moment, It's a human being that says, yeah, fire them nukes. And there is a procedure. You can't just, right, today I'm going to press that button. You can't do that. It's physically, you can't do that. There is a procedure of how to launch a nuclear missile. Now, already the Russians have got a automatic system already for their nukes.
It's probably more mentally stable than Putin is.
Right? So what happens with AI if you let AI take control?
Again, you're removing that moral part. It's the moral part that stops people from pressing the button.
It could be actually a good thing.
Yeah, because logic dictates that there's no winners. But if somebody screws up on the programming for that system, we're all in deep stuck.
It is a very worrying time. And when you think about it, we're at the birth of it. We're right at the beginning.
We were there when they told us crawling under the table would save us from a megaton blast.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Someone did an experiment with AI to see if AI could talk to each other, and it expanded so rapidly they had to shut it down before it took over.
Didn't that happen to, was it deep fake? I'm sure it was called deep fake. So it was like a supercomputer.
Are you thinking Deep Thought?
Yeah, Deep Thought, that's it, yeah. Deep Thought got into a conversation basically with itself and they had to stop it.
There we are. Some have no morals due to illness. Yeah, Matt, I mean, this is it. You know, there are... How am I going to put... There are disorders that affect your ability to empathize, blah, 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 you know, what morals are based on. Deep Thought nearly burnt itself out. Person of Interest was a good show based on it. That was an awesome show based on AI, Sam. I'm 100% with you. So, Person of Interest, the AI was allegedly, it's a fake story, but the AI was designed to stop terrorism, crime, etc. It's supposed to help law enforcement. And it was being mismanaged by the human side of it. And the creator was so aghast at what was happening that they actually started to fight it. Yeah. It was a brilliant series, really got you thinking. The answer to life, to universe, everything is 42. Indeed it is.
It is. I tell you one thing, I'm a big Matrix fan. Always have been. And one of the Matrix, I used to love the Animatrix.
Yeah.
And I wish they'd bring a film out of that. I really do. Because it explains how it all started. The war against the machines and obviously the humans. And that was all based around AI, and it was these AI robots, and we was basically treating them not very nice. And an AI robot ended up killing its, at the time, obviously, it was his owners. And then the Slavery Act and all that came into play. And eventually the AI ended up having their own country, own currency, and it just was better than the humans. That would be interesting.
Consider this, though. Humans, what would happen if we turned off all the safety controls in Chernobyl? I'm not sure where you're going with that one, Bill.
No.
But I agree. I mean, I think at the end of the day, the biggest problem with AI is us. You're teaching it to think like a human.
And that's not a good thing.
No.
Top and bottom of it.
It went bang.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I thought that was nothing to do with AI.
Yeah, I mean, again, do we need it? Do we honestly need it? You know, you've got Michelangelo, you've got Mona Lisa.
Yeah, exactly. Getting back to where we were, my concern at the present moment is AI influencing or taking over art, be physical art or music. That does worry me.
Yeah, but again, it's the human factor on that, because striving for perfection, if you do it with a human artist, it's never going to be perfect. You do it with an AI, and the argument is it's going to be as near as, damn it.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, they've even got with AI now, they're building into it the faults, the slight, how a human voice would sound. And it's learning very, very quickly, and it is getting to the stage where you can't tell the difference between a real song by a human being and a real song by an AI.
Yeah, but it's like a wax apple and a real one, isn't it? The real one's going to have blemishes. It's going to be affected.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to explain to you is they are putting in them faults as well now.
You can put a bruise onto a wax apple, but it's still going to taste fake.
It is.
There's something about it that it loses.
But they're getting that clever that you will not be able to tell the difference.
Yeah. I mean, the scammers are onto it now. There's been reports of scammers that they've actually been using AI to generate voices of like loved ones and things. There was a woman received a call allegedly from her daughter. Now, her daughter happened to be with her father on a skiing trip. So she immediately phoned the father, and the father put the daughter on. She was fine. But apparently this message was absolutely convincing that she'd been kidnapped and she needed, money. So that's the scary part.
I mean, these deep fakes that you see, they bloody scare the life out of you.
Well, Martin Moss's face, the what do you call him? The financial wizard. It was on GMTV.
Okay.
So there was a deep fake going about, and the video was basically him bigging up this financial service. He'd never done it. The only way he found out about it was when his friend phoned him up and said, I've just put a couple of hundred into that financial scheme you were talking about.
Oh, that Martin Lewis.
Yeah. That's terrifying. SoulOhm AI BFG is really good, far better than the real thing.
But how do you know? We could be AI.
Nah.
That's just not going to happen, is it? No way.
Yes.
Well, I find it fascinating that, we used to read about these things in comics and things like that, and we're at that stage now that it's real.
Martin says, I'm going to try telling AI I want a message from SoulOhm and see if it works.
Honestly, it's just a scary thing now.
Oh, Matt, I am, darling. I am far worse.
Right, are we going to do our second draw?
I think we should.
Let's get the
Rules
wheel
apply.
up. All right.
Chico, how you doing?
Do you want to tell people what they're going to win?
So you are going to win the last draw for the lemon and lime sherbet from Johnny's Juice. You're going to get it in a 3 or 6 mil strength, as long as you put what strength you want in the email if you win, and include the keyword.
And the winner is Martin Saunders.
Yes.
Woo!
Good evening, Mr. Saunders. Do you want it? Do you, sir?
And Mr. Saunders, what you need to do is type in tonight's keyword, which is still Bob. The winner needs to email the keyword, name and address, and Nick strength, 3 or 6 milligrams, to the Home Service Live Show at gmail.com. And that is the last of our lemon lime sherbet giveaway.
Well done, Martin. And congrats again, Billy. A late birthday present. No, it's a nice vape.
It is.
It's
well, mine's gone.
I am excited to try the raspberry though.
Oh, I can't wait to try the raspberry.
That would be fabulous.
Chico,
yes,
fist bump. Nice to see you. Hope you're all right, buddy.
Oh, bless you. And Martin, thank you for some of the comments tonight, because there's been some proper thought.
Yeah, a lot of thought going into that.
That's Bob.
Bob. Oh, you've got to say it in a Rowan Atkins voice.
Bob.
I want you to become a prostitute.
She's got a tongue like a snake and she likes the taste of a man's tonsils. Bill says, I have 2 tanks worth left as I've rationed it. Good lad. Bob or boobies?
No, definitely Bob.
We're too old for the boobies game.
You speak for yourself. I like boobies.
Oh, I like them. I'm just getting too old for them. Have you noticed you go invisible after a certain age?
No.
Oh, it's amazing. You walk down the street, yeah?
Yeah.
And when you were a young lad and you got the clobber on, occasionally you get the odd glance, yeah? You get over 50, walk down the street, not one bugger notices.
Oh, I don't notice you. No, oh, God, yeah, I've been like that ever since I was little.
It's fab.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like being invisible. I feel like Harry Potter. But BFG, you're a wizard.
Girl, that's going to be a sight, isn't it? You walking down with your bloody owl on your shoulder.
Well, I started off with the what do you call it? Starling, didn't I? So
Yeah, you did, didn't you? Huh?
After 5 years of marriage, they just disappear. Oh,
bless. Oh, dear.
I just love the way the blood. Never. I can always see boobies.
Yeah.
Oh, Cicero, that's just obscene. 37 degrees C.
It's saying that it is warm here. I think it's been right heavy today.
It has. It's been that sort of muggy, hasn't it?
Mm.
I had to laugh, though. I mean, everybody, when's the sun coming back? What was it? 4 or 5 weeks ago, everybody's going, too bloody hot.
Yeah, it's too bloody hot.
I'm burning. My head is melting.
I love this argument about global warming and that. Like, oh, it's terrible, this global warming. We're all going to die. And it's, the sea levels. Yeah, but we've had it cold and rainy all July. Yeah, but last year, this time last year, 40 degrees. Yeah, well, that was last year, not this year.
Yeah, well, there's an interesting conundrum there. Because the main circulatory current within the Atlantic, if the ice caps go on the way that they are melting, what's actually happened is the water from the melting ice caps is effectively drowning the current. If that current system collapses, the Gulf Stream goes.
Yeah.
Gulf Stream goes.
I've watched Day After Tomorrow as well, you know.
There you go. Well, it's happening. The current in the Antarctic.
Right, what you're talking about is the equal balance of salt water and fresh water, and that's where that disturbs the balance. But also, we're talking about is the jet stream as well. The jet stream is a lot lower than it normally is. Normally, it goes over roughly, sorry Scotland, roughly round the border of Scotland. That's where it should be this time of year, and that's why we get all the warm air come up from Africa and that. The reason why we haven't had all this warm air is because it's dropped well down. It's roughly, at the present moment, it's moving up now, but it dropped down almost to the north of Africa. That's how low the jet stream went. It's moving quite higher now, up now. It's roughly, give or take, you're looking top end of Germany. It's there at the moment.
But the Gulf Stream is the ocean current that brings the warm water into Scotland and then drops it down. If you look at the latitude where we are, we should not be as warm as we are.
We've always been weird that way. If latitude-wise, if you spun us round, we would be in the middle of Canada. And middle of Canada, they've got 6 foot of snow and all that kind of stuff. And they can almost predict when they're going to get snow.
This may become a reality for us.
We've never been able to do it. Never, ever. Because of how the jet stream works. We also get, like you were saying, we get the Atlantic bridge as well. So depending on whereabouts. But also, we're in El Nino at the present moment. Yeah. But the El Nino that we're in at the present moment is going the opposite direction to what it normally does. So that's having a big effect as well.
Basically, we're screwed. And then
I'm going to argue this. It's called weather.
Yeah, it is.
It's as simple as that. It is called weather. Yes, man has caused a lot of it with carbons. There's no getting away from that. But the thing is, if this country went carbon neutral tomorrow, that we used no fossil fuels whatsoever, do you know what much difference it would make to the global world?
Fanny Adams.
Yeah, it's like pissing at sea and noticing it. Just saying that.
No, until China and India and all the rest of the growing economies to start.
Yeah, you've got China, you've got India, you've got America, even Russia. And until them lot back off, we've got no hope.
Dear God, we're starting to sound like Greta.
You killed my childhood.
No. It's more along the lines of you buggered my Thursday. Cheer up.
Hey, we've gone in some detailed conversation tonight.
I blame Martin. He started it. Thank you, Cicero. How dare you?
How dare you? Don't get me started on Stop Oil lot.
No.
Because I'm sorry. What they're asking for, yeah, I can understand, and I can back them that way. But what they're actually doing to get attention, I think they're knobs. Sorry, because they're not affecting the people that's doing the policies. They're affecting humdrum, the average Joe that's trying to get to work, and it's wrong way round doing stuff. Mate, that's me personally.
CC, I saw that, mate. She got nicked the other day.
Ooh. Oh, Greta, yeah, she did, didn't she? Well, you that mentioned it.
Yeah, she got dragged off by the Rozzers.
And what happened?
A couple of £100 fine for ignoring a police order. Ship Stop Oil off to China. What you want?
What you come here for?
They're funded by big companies. This is the thing, though. When you look at her, I think we touched on this a couple of weeks ago. She is not a normal sort of everyday Joe.
No.
Mum's famous, dad's famous, granddad was very famous. She's on the spectrum. That's where they think that there's been a lot of thought about whether this obsession global warming has actually come from. But one of the reporters that was interviewing her sort of asked her, "Did you ever intend to become the figurehead?" And she's like, "No." So you've got to wonder who's pulling the strings behind.
Oh, let's face it, it was a good publicity stunt.
Oh, it's a cracker. You stole my childhood. No, you did that yourself, love.
You see, when I was a kid, we used to have milk bottles that you gave back that got recycled. We had pop bottles that you gave back and recycled. We had a rag and bone man that recycled. We are now a throwaway society.
Yeah.
But it is not, as daft as it sounds, I don't believe it is the populace's choice. We have been forced down it.
Programmed, if you would.
We have. We have been forced to do it. Right. They say to us, "Oh, you should use less plastic." Well, you go to the supermarket and everything's bloody covered in plastic.
Yeah.
So what do?
Cheap clothes in supermarket. Yeah. That's what happens when they wear out. Normally after about 3-4 months, you chuck them.
You chuck them.
Back in the 70s, your mum would have had them off you and made them into a pair of shorts. Yeah.
He was the fastest milk cart in the West.
What, Ernie?
Ernie.
I love that song.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we used to do our bit, but
we used to be vaulting over the wall in the local pub, nicking the empties and then flogging them back to him.
Yeah.
In fact, what was it Corona bloke? Oh, what was the name of the van that used to come round?
Round here, it was Alpine.
That's it. Corona as well. I think that was Mommy Grand's. He used to turn up and your mum would send you out clutching like 4 bottles, wouldn't she? Yeah. I want 2 dandelion and burdock.
Oh, God, you had to have dandelion and burdock. My dad always used to have lemonade. Always. My dad always had lemonade. And we used to have dandelion and burdock. Orange.
Was it our whites? Or was it...
I'm secret lemonade drinker. Always. Yes, I remember that.
The stupid thing is, you did that now, it'd be classed as some sort of brand new idea. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. We've been doing it. We did it on beer bottles. We did it on bloody milk bottles. You know, use cardboard because it's far more recyclable. Glass is better, son. Trust me.
Yeah, but cardboard or glass, both easily recyclable. It's the plastics. Everything's bloody plastic.
Well, Basset Law's bloody ridiculous for recycling. It's absolute... Right. Dawn lives in and just outside of Basset Law, in the People's Republic of South Yorkshire. And they can recycle virtually everything. They've got bins for whatever, and you just bang it in, and jobs are good. Basset Law...
You got 2 bins. You've got a green bin and a blue bin. That's it.
Yeah.
But the blue bin's for recycling.
But you can't put glass in it.
No.
You can't put certain types of plastic in it.
Yeah. Oh, it's a nightmare.
They'll take washed out cans and cardboard, but they won't take anything with grease on it. And that's it. Paper, junk mail. That's all that can go in the blue bin.
Yeah.
And if you, God forbid, you put anything in it,
they won't take
it's supposed to be in it because they won't touch it.
That always makes me chuckle why they won't take it.
So then you sat there and you end up using more carbon by driving to the tip and having to dump it yourself.
The problem is they keep on saying about plastics being recyclable. They're not.
No.
That's the problem. And it works out, even with glass, and I know this working in the quarries, believe it or not, by the time you've recycled it, the value of it is not worth buying in
to make new.
You might as well just start from scratch. That's where the problem lies. And it's same with glass. It's cheaper to make glass than it is to recycle glass and then reuse it.
You ain't kidding. Matt, Bill's got a point. What do you mean, like soft porn? They were soft porn.
Ooh.
Flake adverts.
Yes, slightly.
Acceptable blowies. Look, if I can still remember that advert about the gypsy bra from Playtex.
And on that note, we're coming up to the hour. Are you going to say your goodbye, sir?
I certainly am, chap. Thank you so much. By God, when we let you loose on the show, you don't have to take us down some cerebral pathways. There's been some cracking bits. Dear God, the erotic choice bar.
I like that description.
You didn't have to join us. You did. We will be grateful forever for that one. Thank you. Big congratulations to Billy and Martin for winning the last of the lemon and lime giveaway. Next week, join us for the same rules, the same post, the same system, not the same flavour. A little bit of creamy raspberry, if you would. And hopefully there will be some strange twanging noises by this time next week.
Oh, you found the G-spot, have you?
Oh.
No, I didn't think you had.
All I'm going to say is he's an enabler. He is. And on that note, join us next week. For those that have been asking about Stevie's fine. Unfortunately, Jules isn't well.
Yeah, so. Jules. Let's give Jules a big huggle.
Big huggle.
I hope you get better soon, sweetheart.
Definitely. So we shall see. And on that note, I shall hand you over to Mark.
Well, you've basically said it all. I just want to thank everybody in a chat. You have been absolutely awesome. I want to give a big shout out to Project Vapes and Johnny's Juice for the giveaways. Thank you so much. Also, let's not forget CC Coils. He's just there. If you like 25% off his coils, they're super duper coils. Pop over to his site and type in home service at checkout and you'll get 25% off. So, big ogles for that one. Right. It seems weird. I nearly said, come on, Betty, say your goodbyes.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bless him.
Never gets old.
Right, Steve, I've thoroughly enjoyed this evening. It's been awesome. Like I said, guys in chat, you're great. Next week, I don't believe Betty's going to be on, so we're going to have to come up with a topic. So if you guys in a chat have got something that you would like us to talk about, something in depth or something, slap it on the Facebook group, let us know, and we will peruse, shall we?
We shall.
Yeah.
But Sound of Silence posts will be bloody ignored.
What more? You want to talk about 80s porn?
No. I won't be able to see the screen by the time I've researched that.
Yeah, but Electric Blue was about as much 80s porn I watched.
Oh, Lord.
You know, top shelf at DVD.
Yeah,
watch that one, please.
I can reach higher.
I had to go into blooming Blockbusters with blooming ladder.
Blockbusters with ladder. The Debbie Dallas audiobook is good. Oh my God. Is that a full cast production?
Martin has loads of thought-provoking topics. Well, Martin, your challenge is to put it in the Facebook group.
Indeed.
On that note, right, we're going to say ta-ra. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a fantastic week. I'll see you all back here 7:30 on Thursday. So from myself and my wonderful friend, Mr. BFG himself, we bid you a good night.
Indeed, a fond farewell. Adieu.
Adieu.
Au revoir.
Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Mana, mana. Do, 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 do. Mana, mana. How many people have now got that song?
Everyone can see it smiling over the sky. Paint the whole world with a rainbow.
Wifey! Apparently Bill's got loads. That's shocking.
And we're clear.